What is happening, my YT Gizang? Y'all already know what it is, man. This is your boy Rio, and if you are new, then welcome to the channel. Now, today we're gonna go over the 4th and 1 with my boy Cam Newton because he had a very interesting take today. Okay, now he feel like he would much rather keep his MVP than to get a Super Bowl ring. Now, if you guys did not hear this conversation, he had a conversation about this months ago with Stephen A. Smith on ESPN, in which he's not changing his mind. Okay. And I guess he made this video today because he wanted to further explain himself on why he would rather keep his MVP than to get a Super Bowl ring. And we're going to talk all about that today, man. But before we get into that video, make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. We are almost at 2.2K, man. We really getting close to it. And it's all because of y'all. So I gladly appreciate you guys, man. I promise you I do. But if you can continue to help me get to that point, I would gladly appreciate that as well. And make sure y'all get down in them comments below and let me know how y'all feeling about this situation. Let's take a look at what Cam had to say.
I think in this day and age of sports climate, I think we weaponize the rings. And as this picture depicts, on one side, would you prefer to be a Robert Horry who has 7 rings, but a career accumulation of capital, only $53.7 million.
Yes.
Or would you prefer to have 0 rings in James Harden and your career earnings be $411 million, upwards of that?
Yeah.
And I think this is the debate that we have to have. Because as I'm looking at this list, and we can go down the list of baseball players, basketball players, football players, and as this heated kind of controversy over the last couple of weeks, I've been kind of thinking, and everybody has tried to paint this picture of Cam being a selfish player. And that's not necessarily the case. I think there's oftentimes where you have to differentiate team accolades versus personal accolades. And but the thing that I would add to that is you're talking about 2 different extremes.
Correct.
Of course, I played the game on a team that our ultimate goal was to have team success. I never, and I will repeat this, I never went into no season and saying, oh, I just want to go to the Pro Bowl. Oh, I just want to be an all-pro player. Oh, I just want to do this. No, everybody's expectations in any year is to get to the team Mount Rushmore.
Yes.
Get to the tip of the spear and winning a championship.
Correct.
Now, along that journey, individuals will rise to the top.
Now, I'm going to stop it right there, but I do want to say that he continued to have a conversation about his individual success, in which he was talking about his national championship football team and his Super Bowl champion football team, in which they didn't win the championship, but he still talked about how when it comes down to it, years can go by from now and people are still going to remember Cam Newton's name when it comes to his background and his history, which he feel like that is an accomplishment within an individual's success himself. All right, so I'm gonna just speak on how he feel about this whole situation. I will say that I do not disagree with him. I see where he's coming from in this situation. And I also want to say that when it comes to conversations like this, it's all opinions, right? There's no right or wrong answer to this. It's all based off of preference, okay? And some people may want rings. Some people may want more money. Some people may want more accolades than having a Super Bowl ring, okay? And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Now, I'm going to give you my perspective on this situation. You take somebody like a Nick Foles, right? And I did not follow Nick Foles in his whole NFL career, but I kind of feel like he was a backup quarterback for most of it, right? So you take a quarterback like that, who won a Super Bowl, who has a ring, right? But he don't have any other accolades. And because I feel like because of the fact that he has been a backup quarterback for most of his NFL career, he would be okay with the rings rather than having an MVP, okay? But then you take certain players like Cam Newton, like Josh Allen, like Lamar Jackson, and I'm naming these people because they are players without rings. but God blessed them with a God-given talent. A talent that a lot of NFL players will never get, will never have. That's just what it is, right? They are blessed enough to be able to win in other ways when it comes to the NFL, like MVPs, other accolades, right, that they receive in the NFL, endorsement deals, stuff like that. So when you get a chance to have this type of talent, this God-given talent, you're able to win in other ways in the NFL other than getting the Super Bowl ring. And one of those things, because you're able to get MVPs and accolades and stuff like that, you're able to fight for way more money than a player like Nick Foles can fight for. Because Nick Foles don't even get the chance and the opportunity because he's a backup quarterback. He can't go out there and showcase his talent like they can. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure in the long run, bro, everybody want a ring, okay? Because if you want to hold a true legacy behind, if you want to be considered as one of the greatest to ever do it, rings matter, right? But in some cases, rings don't. When you look at Dan Marino, he's one of the best quarterbacks that ever played a game of football. But he don't have a ring. And most people are in front of him when it comes to being one of the greatest to ever do it because they have rings. Hands down, right? So it's just all preference, man. You know, at the end of the day, if you're looking at it, would you rather walk away with the rings? And it's some players, I ain't gonna lie, it's some players that we don't know that have more rings than people like Cam Newton, that have more rings than people like Josh Allen and them. Even if they was to get one Super Bowl ring, it's some players that we don't even know that got like 3 or 4 rings, right? But at the end of the day, when you walk away from this game, yes, you can hold your head high and say, yes, I got rings, I got multiple. But can you walk away saying that you got your money's worth out of this game? Can you say that when you walk away from this game, that you set your family up for success financially? Your kids and their kids and their kids, you know, that generational wealth. Can you walk away saying that you did that? So in my case, I feel like even if you don't get wins, but you got MVPs and other accolades, that's a win within itself. And if you don't got all of these things and didn't make a lot of money out of it, but you got rings to walk away with, that's a win within itself. It's all off of preference, man. It's all off of preference. That's how I feel. At the end of the day, man, there's no solidified evidence or facts for anybody to say that I'm wrong, for anybody to say that you're right, whatever the case may be. It's just all opinions when it comes to this conversation, okay? But y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, man. Do y'all really think that it's more important to have the MVPs over the rings after we just had a conversation? Or do y'all feel like the Super Bowl rings matter way more than individual God-given talent to be able to set you up for other wins when it comes to the NFL? Y'all get down there in them comments below. Let me know how y'all really feeling about this situation. I love you guys. I'm going to get at y'all on this one. Yeti.